before I was a mom, I was always in this journey of trying to be, a thinner version of myself. Not fitter or anything. It was always, I needed to be as thin as this. You always felt the pressure of everyone watching you, basically. I just felt this constant pressure of having to be a different person and having to just change my body to something that wasn't me. And of course, when you become a mom, you still get that fear in the beginning because your body changes like you've never seen it change before. I was very conscious about the way I look because everyone used to see me on the net or on my photos, and it's always a little bit fixed up. And this was the first time I completely let go for the safety of my child because I had to eat more, I had to do more things to make sure that I delivered a healthy baby. And in the process, I also gave up on me as a person because I felt like since I was the vessel to this new human being, I had to do whatever it took just to be able for her to be delivered in a healthy way. In the beginning, since you're just thinking about this other person, it doesn't really kick in. And then you give birth, and then you're like, you look in the mirror, you're like, oh my gosh, why am I getting so emotional? Sorry, so weird. Anyways, yeah, so you see yourself and you're totally different. And then you get people that comment nasty things. Let me just take it. So weird. I didn't think I was gonna get emotional, but it's so weird because it's such a vain thing. Like your whole body, the way you look, it's so vain, but it does affect you. But then you notice that this person has brought so much joy, and you're able to kind of let all that go. But in the process, you forget about yourself. Which is why it's important to focus also on the things you want, on the things you need, because in order for me to be a good mother, I need to be able to be happy. But yeah, so slowly I've been getting on my feet, and of course it's not that easy because everyone just expects you to bounce back. It doesn't happen overnight. I mean, you have some ladies that are lucky and then they give birth and they're like, what? Did you just give birth like last week? And there are others where it takes a while. Mine took at least a year. You need that group of friends that will encourage you. You need the help. You need the exercise. You need the diet. It's not just one thing, It's always a bunch of things that work together. It's always a balance. At the end of the day, you'll never be who you were because you're not. Actually, you're a better person because you see what your body's capable of doing. You see the changes in your life that you're able to do. You just give up so much just to make this other person happy. And it's such a beautiful thing. Everyone is in their own journey. But at the end of the day, who can freaking push a human out? But it's just so amazing that your body can go from taking care of you to taking care of 2 kids to just kind of slowly working its way into a new version of yourself, and you not having to be who you were. It's just a better version of yourself. I had a hard time losing the love handle area just because I exercise and everything, but it's just not the same. Again, no matter how hard you work out, like the front of my stomach, the mama pouch, they call it, no matter how hard you work out, no matter what you diet, it's just the skin there is just loose. And it forever will be that way. And then you're gonna have a second child or a third one, and it'll just become looser and looser. So you need that help. And like I said before, I've always believed in balance. So I do all diet, exercise, hydrate well, and of course now I have Bella. So it's a team effort. Plus I'm not 20 anymore, I'm nearing my 40s. It gets harder as you age. Your skin is not as elastic or doesn't bounce back as when you were like 20. So yes, it's nothing to be ashamed about. For me, it's really the journey of life. It's the cycle of life. It will happen to everyone. Even if you want to think you're invincible, you're not. Well, I'm going to be very, very honest because I also don't want to be like, it was painless. There's very slight heat. So, of course, I have high tolerance. And for me, it was very comfortable. I almost wanted to sleep actually in the beginning. But there are some parts where it gets a little bit hot, but it's super bearable. And the amazing thing is I saw results right away. We took a top shot, and this is my problem area na, the side and then a bit of the front. And like you could see like a slight curve, and that's just my first one. It's really nice to see that there is a result, because sometimes it's hard to believe when you're like, it's not the one invasive, so is it gonna work? But yeah, it does work. The journey of motherhood is amazing. You learn so many new things about yourself, and whatever you're feeling when you're at your lowest or when you're down, just know that it's temporary, and that it takes time. It won't happen overnight. You don't just bounce back like that. It's hard work, it's perseverance, it's asking for help as well, and it's just being happy, because if you're happy doing things, it just makes things easier.